Alright, so let's break this down. You've probably seen Pi Network or Pi Coin popping up in your feeds, and you might be wondering what all the hype is about. Think of Pi Network as a new kind of digital currency or cryptocurrency that's trying to do things a little differently. Unlike Bitcoin, massive computers and a ton of electricity to mine, Pi Network has a different approach. The whole idea is to make crypto accessible to everyday people right from their smartphones. You don't need a super powerful gaming rig or a deep understanding of blockchain technology to get involved. It was designed from the ground up to be user-friendly. The project was started by a team of Stanford graduates, decentralized, secure, eco-friendly. Their goal: put crypto power into the hands of the many, not the few with expensive gear. They developed an app that lets you mine Pi coins with a tap each day. It doesn't drain your phone's battery or use up your data. The heavy lifting isn't happening on your device. It's a way to prove you're a real human and an active network member. That helps secure the whole system. This simple mechanism is a huge part of its appeal. It lowers the barrier to entry so anyone with a smartphone can accumulate Pi. So what's the secret sauce? Why has Pi Network attracted a massive global community? Tens of millions of users, while other crypto projects barely get noticed? The primary reason? Accessibility. Most cryptocurrencies feel intimidating. Complex jargon, technical know-how required, upfront financial investment. Pi flipped that script. The app is free to download. Mining takes only a few seconds each day. That nothing-to-lose proposition drives viral growth worldwide. The referral system accelerated expansion. Invite others with your code. When they join and actively mine, you get a boost. This creates a word-of-mouth marketing engine, a simple growth hack turning users into ambassadors. That fostered a strong community. Pioneers form groups online. Pioneers meet in real life. Finally, the mystery of Pi's value keeps people hooked. Worth a few cents, worth a few dollars, or something much more significant. That anticipation makes people tap the mining button daily. They're holding a digital lottery ticket, hoping for real value when the network launches and integrates with the global economy. Okay, let's get to the headline that's been setting the Pi community on fire. Recently, social media and forums were flooded with one piece of news. Amazon supposedly started accepting Pi coin as payment. You can imagine the excitement. For years, pioneers dreamed their mined coins could buy real-world items. Using Pi to buy a new phone, using Pi to buy groceries, it would be the ultimate validation. Rumors started with screenshots claiming a new Pi payment option on Amazon's checkout page. Doctored Amazon checkout screenshot showing Pay with Pi images spread like wildfire across social apps. Telegram x Facebook Reddit posts had celebratory captions claiming the open mainnet was here, people excitedly checking their phones. It felt like the finish line of a long marathon. A massive wave of optimism followed, people calculating what they could buy with Pi forum discussions and value speculation. If Amazon joined, other retailers would follow. This could turn Pi into a legitimate global currency overnight. So, with all that excitement in the air, it's time for a reality check. We have to ask the crucial question: is this news actually true? As of today, September 3rd, 2025, there has been no official announcement from Amazon or from the Pi core team confirming this integration. If Amazon were to start accepting a new form of payment, it would be a major news event. We would see press releases, we would see headlines in major financial news outlets, we would see official posts on Amazon's corporate blog. We have seen none of that. What we have seen are user-generated screenshots. What we have seen are social media posts. In the digital age, it's incredibly easy to edit a web page. It's also easy to create a convincing-looking image. These circulating proofs are, upon closer inspection, almost certainly fabricated. Furthermore, the Pi network is still in its enclosed mainnet phase. That means the network is intentionally firewalled from external systems. It's technically impossible for Amazon to integrate Pi payments until that firewall is removed. And until the core team launches the open mainnet, the current phase exists to build and test the internal ecosystem, to allow peer-to-peer transfers, to allow app-to-user transactions. A direct integration with a global merchant would skip this crucial development stage. So the verdict is clear. The Amazon accepting Pi coin story is a rumor, not a fact. Alongside the Amazon rumors, you've probably seen another term being thrown around a lot: GCV 314,159. GCV stands for Global Consensus Value. It represents a grassroots movement among pioneers to establish a high target value for Pi coin. The community is collectively agreeing that they will treat one Pi as being worth 314,159 $159. This isn't an official price set by the core team, but rather a value proposed and supported by a large segment of the user base. But why that specific number, $314,159? It's not random at all. The number is a direct and playful reference to the mathematical constant pi, which is approximately 3.14159. By setting this as the target value, the community is tying the coin's identity directly to its namesake. It's a clever and memorable way to create a shared goal. The idea is that if enough people, millions of pioneers, agree and conduct transactions based on this price, it could become a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a bold attempt to define value from the bottom up, rather than letting it be dictated by speculative markets. So, if GCV is a community-driven goal, what does it actually mean for you, the average pioneer who has been patiently mining coins on your phone? On one level, it represents a shared vision of success. Believing in a high value like $314,159 per pi can be incredibly motivating. It transforms the daily act of tapping a button from a simple habit into a meaningful contribution toward a potentially life-changing outcome. It fosters a sense of unity and purpose within the community, making everyone feel like they are part of a grand project with enormous potential. This shared belief is a powerful force that keeps engagement high. Practically speaking, the GCV movement encourages pioneers to hold onto their coins, a practice known in the crypto world as hodling. The logic is simple. If everyone believes their PE is worth $314,159, they will be less likely to sell it for just a few dollars once trading becomes possible. If a large majority of holders refuse to sell for a low price, the available supply on the market will be very small. Low supply and high demand can lead to a higher price. The GCV is, in essence, a collective agreement to not sell cheaply, and to protect the coin's value. However, it's also critical to maintain a balanced perspective. The GCV of $314,159 is an extremely ambitious target. For one pi to be worth that much, the total market capitalization of Pi Network would have to be in the tens of trillions of dollars, potentially exceeding the value of entire national economies. While anything is possible in the world of crypto, this is an incredibly high bar to clear. The first and most important action is to stay informed through official channels. This means relying exclusively on the information provided within the main Pi Network app from the core team's official website and their verified social media accounts. Avoid getting your news from unverified social media posts, speculative YouTube videos, or forwarded messages in group chats. Misinformation can create false hope and lead to poor decisions, so always verify your sources. The second key action is to focus on completing your mainnet checklist in the Pi app. This is a crucial series of steps that every pioneer must complete to be able to transfer their mined Pi to the mainnet blockchain. This includes things like downloading the Pi browser, creating a Pi wallet, and most importantly, completing the KYC, Know Your Customer, process. KYC is a verification procedure to prove you are a real, unique individual, which is essential for preventing bots and bad actors from accumulating coins. Without completing KYC, your mined Pi cannot be moved to your wallet and will eventually be lost. Beyond the technical steps, this is a great time to engage with the utility aspect of the Pi ecosystem. Use the Pi browser to explore the apps being developed on the Pi platform. Games, social media platforms, marketplaces where you can test transactions using Pi. Participating in this internal economy helps the ecosystem grow and provides valuable feedback to developers. It also helps you get comfortable with the idea of using Pi as a real currency for transactions, which is the ultimate goal of the entire project. This is how real value and utility are built from the ground up. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, practice patience. The Pi Network is a long-term project, and the core team has always been clear that they are prioritizing careful, sustainable development over rushing to the open market. The journey from the current enclosed mainnet to a fully open mainnet where Pi can be traded freely and used globally is a marathon, not a sprint. Continue to mine daily, help your security circle stay active, and trust the process. The real value will be built over time, not through overnight rumors. Your patience and continued participation are your best assets as a pioneer. The Pi Network is still in a crucial development phase. The enclosed mainnet is focused on building a secure and useful internal ecosystem before it opens up to the wider world. Looking forward, the road ahead for Pi Network is still under construction. Patience remains the most valuable asset for any pioneer. The next major milestone is the transition from the enclosed mainnet to the open mainnet. This is the moment the firewall will be removed, allowing for full external connectivity. It's the step that will enable Pi to be listed on cryptocurrency exchanges and integrated with external businesses and payment systems. The core team has stated this will happen when the community has reached sufficient maturity. That includes widespread KYC completion and a robust utility-driven ecosystem. Before that happens, the focus will remain on building out the internal ecosystem. Expect to see more apps and services being developed and launched on the Pi browser. These internal utilities are critical. They need to create a circular economy where Pi can be earned and spent without ever needing to be converted to traditional money. The success of these apps will be a key indicator of readiness for the open mainnet. The more Pi is used for real goods and services within the ecosystem, the stronger its fundamental value will be when it opens to the world. Pioneers should anticipate continued efforts from the core team to get every eligible user through KYC. This is a massive logistical challenge involving millions of people from nearly every country in the world, each with different types of identification documents. So let's wrap this up. We've established that the exciting news about Amazon accepting Pi coin is, for now, just a rumor, born from the community's incredible enthusiasm. It's a testament to what everyone hopes for, but it's not the reality of today, September 3rd, 2025. The Pi network is still in a crucial development phase. The enclosed mainnet is focused on building a secure and useful internal ecosystem before it opens up to the wider world. We also decoded the GCV 314-159 movement. It's not an official price, it's a powerful community-led declaration of value. A social experiment to unite pioneers around a common goal and to anchor perceived worth at a high level before market entry. For every pioneer, the path forward is clear. Stay grounded, be patient, focus on what you can control. Complete your mainnet checklist, make sure your KYC is done, engage with the apps being built in the Pi browser. This is where the real work is happening. The true value of Pi won't come from a single rumor or announcement. It will be built slowly and steadily through millions of interactions and transactions inside the ecosystem. The strength of the network comes from its community, and that's you. The future of Pi isn't something that happens to you, it's something every pioneer helps build, one tap at a time. Keep the faith, stay informed, enjoy being part of the journey. The future is being built, not just predicted.